Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Tammy and I am a nail artist based in the Caribbean. If you're new here, thanks for clicking on my video. I hope you enjoy it. Today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you how I do this set of King of Diamonds and Queen of Hearts nail art, which my client had requested for Valentine's Day. So let's get into the video. I already refilled her nails off camera. If you have not seen my steps for refilling acrylic, I would link some videos in the cards above so you can go and check those out. I also have a very in-depth updated video on the difference between rebalancing and refilling of acrylic coming up shortly, so you can look out for that. So I'm going to go ahead and apply 2 coats of a white gel polish as my base for this nail art, and I am ensuring to give it a good hard cure under my LED lamp for 60 seconds, and remembering to clean up if the gel polish touches the skin with a cleaner brush and some alcohol or some acetone prior to curing under my LED lamp. I'm starting off the nail art with the simpler designs first so that I can get those out of the way and spend a little more time on the more intricate designs. So for the middle finger, I just found the middle point and I just put a little dot of gel polish there as a marker, and I'm just going to make a V using my detail number 2 gel brush and some black gel polish. And you want to make sure and tuck the gel polish into the side walls for continuity and to make it look pretty clean. I'm now going to double line that V with a thinner line, and I'm just taking my time and make sure that it's as symmetrical as possible. Don't be afraid to clean it off and go again if you make any mistakes. Use your pinky finger and rest it on your client's nail or on your finger as I'm doing in this frame, and it helps stabilizes your hand when you are doing line work and other detailed nail art. I'm using my detail number 1 brush, and I'm just gonna draw out and fill in a heart at the top portion of that nail closer to the cuticle area. And I'm making sure that the tail of my heart lines up with the V so that it continues to look symmetrical. And once I am satisfied with that, I'm just gonna add a few more lines to fill in the bottom half of the nail, and then I'm gonna cure. The reason I chose not to cure in between was to save myself some time, and I knew I would not have been overlapping any of the colors. So I just wanted to go straight ahead in and complete this nail and get it out of the way, and then I cure it. But if you're not so confident as to do that, I suggest you flash cure in between for about 10 seconds, and then when you are finished and satisfied with the design on the entire nail, give it a full cure for 60 seconds. While that first nail is curing, I am going to go right ahead and repeat the same process on the left hand. With the exception of the heart, I will be doing a diamond, because the left hand I'll be doing the King of Diamond theme, and on the right hand we'll be doing the Queen of Hearts theme. For the index fingers, we will be doing the playing card, the actual playing card. I decided to do it at an angle and just like a portion of the card, because the nail is short and I don't want to cram all of that detail into one nail. Then it starts to look a little messy. So I'm using my micro detail number 2 brush as well as the red gel polish, and I'm sketching out the basic shape of the letter Q according to the font used on the playing card. And once I'm satisfied with the shape of it, I'm going to go in with my micro detail number 1 just to perfect the shape of that Q using my red gel polish. And then I'm going to cure that under my LED lamp as usual. I'm just going to give it a quick flash cure, because I'm going to come back afterwards, and this is something that I always do when I'm doing nail art. I come back after and I use the color that I use on the base of the nail, in this case white, to clean up any areas around my nail art and basically hide the mistakes with the white gel polish, and then cure that and move along with the rest of the design. I am now using the very tip of my, is it micro detail number 2? Yes, brush. And I am outlining the shape of the card with my black gel polish, and I'm going to round off the edge so it looks exactly like a rounded playing card. And then if I find that any areas of that line is too thick, I'm just going to use my cleaner brush and thin it out, and you're going to see me doing that here, where I outline the inner portion of the playing card with the blue gel polish. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to overlap that little extra piece of the heart that's usually on the inside of that border of the card, to try and add the continuity of the playing card almost hanging off of the nail, so to speak. One little tip and something to keep in mind when you're doing straight lines like this, you try to keep all of your vertical lines and horizontal lines running parallel to each other in the same perspective, so that you end up with a very uniformed looking letter. And here I am zooming in not only with my camera but my eyes, so that I can take an extremely close look at the line work. And I'm gonna basically cheat a little bit by covering up all the areas that I think may have not been very even with my white gel polish. And those straight lines, those tails of the letter K, I'm just going to straighten it up by, cleaning it up with the white gel polish. When you top it off with your top coat, you won't notice a thing. I'm going to try to explain how I do intricate designs by explaining how my mind works a bit. I look at the entire image for a bit, and I break it down into shapes and sections. And once I do that, I just start off with the simplest sections of the design, the simplest shapes of the design, and then follow through on it. So for example, for these ring fingers, the Queen of Hearts, I started off by creating the lines on her crown, which was pretty simple to do, and I cure in between each color. And then I start off by creating the shape of her face, and I use the curve of the nail to kind of help me get that kind of curve shape to the bottom. And then I continue in steps and sections, working my way across the nail, basically to fill in the nail with the design, and basically just section at a time, taking my time and breaking down each section in my mind before I commit it on the nail. I hope this makes sense, and I hope you understand what I'm trying to explain. But give it a try if you have like any complex nail art designs to attempt. Just try breaking it down in your mind before you commit it on the nail into sections, and then just basically copy and paste those sections over onto the nail. And you can always erase it with some rubbing alcohol if you're unhappy with it, or you can also always clean up like I do with the base color to perfect some of these shapes. This client and I always laugh every time she comes, because Most times I do the first hand, I take pretty long, and then when I have to repeat the design on the other hand, of course I just move so fast, and it's always so funny. I would take maybe like 40 minutes to do the design on the first hand, and then like 5 minutes to do design on the second hand. Maybe not so much, I'm exaggerating a bit. However, I believe this is attributed to like muscle memory and I guess playing and figuring it out on the first hand, and then being able to just kind of copy and paste the format of doing it on the second hand. It's a very classic example of how perfection cannot be achieved, but we can always practice and practice and practice until we get it as close as perfect as we would like it to be. All this to say, if you keep practicing your nail art designs, do not be discouraged, do not be demotivated, and just practice it, even if it's just on your own hands, your family, your friends, a practice hand, even on nail tips. Just practice any design that you see and you like as much as possible, and when it's time to actually transpose those ideas onto a client's nails, you'll be much faster than you were when you started off. For the pinkies and the thumbs, I am going to apply a coat of my velvet matte top coat, and I'm going to cure this thoroughly because I'm going to be doing that embossing technique that I always do. You would probably see in all of my previous videos where I pour the acrylic over the uncured gel polish to give it that raised effect. And I'm just going to do the letter Q and the letter K respectively on the thumbs, and on the pinky fingers I'm just going to do a heart and a diamond respectively. And then I'm going to apply my no wipe top coat to all of the other nails to seal in the gel polish designs and determine which other nails I want matte, and then we're gonna apply the matte top coat over the cured no wipe top coat to the nails that we want to keep matte. So if you're familiar with my nail art videos and my nail art style per se, this is another technique that I am very fond of. What I do is when I have cured the heart or the shape for any nail art design, I go in with my Build It, which is a clear builder gel in a bottle, and I apply it to the shape and pull it out to the ends, and then I cure it, and I do a second coat to raise the shape off of the nail even more to make it somewhat two-dimensional. And then I cure that and I give it a coat of my no wipe top coat to seal in the builder gel, and that just gives me a bit of, you know, some fun dimension to the nails. So not that, you know, you have a little bit of raised, you have a little bit of matte, you have a little bit of gloss, and then the nail art design is pretty much cohesive and in theme. So it just adds to the overall look of the completed design. And that brings us to the end of today's video. This is the completed set. I really love how this turned out. I love when clients challenge me this way, and she was extremely happy about it. So you leave me a comment in the comment section below letting me know what you thought of it. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you don't miss an upload, because I don't have a set schedule. If you use any of the techniques that we have done here in this video today, or any of my other videos, tag me on Instagram at @sayounails so I can see your work. I look forward to connecting with you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, be safe guys. Bye.